Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where with last night's events bringing with it death, Aaron now on the warpath as we track down both Almata and Aaron. A gang war might be brewing to make our job even more complicated before Sal returns, as we seemingly head out on the street for another sweep again, first of all, to find if there's any quests here, there, or anywhere across the lands. Maybe on the board, but let's just avoid the red triangles for now and go around town, do our normal talking as we do. So since last time, I have actually looked at the game, in a sense, or more to the point, looked at shard stuff, because it is quite interesting to look at what other shard skills you can get on various categories, and there are obviously some that are cooler than others. Like Fatal Lance isn't that bad, is it? You've got Executioner, Burst gains, etc. gains. Chance of recovering HP CP based on damage when attacking. It's not bad, so like you can really build up quite here. The standout one though, you can even do counter attacks with Avenging Arrow with certain things. Seraphic Force, resist with 1 HP and receive medium HP, EP, CP heal when KO'd. Some of these are going to be nice to work for in terms of like things, but I think the obvious one here is just a certain word that's on the drive screen called Arc Feather. Chance of delaying follow-up shot attack when using attack arts. Sounds pretty good. You get an extra attack. Arts have more value. They delay, which kind of cancels out you casting an art and having the delay as well from doing an art. It kind of feels a bit more in line with normal attacks possibly, so we'll have to look at that. We also need to get absorbing arts. Chance of absorbing EP based on damage when using attack arts will be pretty good too. So trying to work out how you can get both of those two things is going to be a bit of an issue. Probably one or the other. We'll see how things actually work with that. You can even counter it with arts after successfully evading an art. So like looking at this stuff is kind of bonkers to see what we'll get in time. But again, there's no real reason for us to look at it properly and try to like force things because we just don't have the slots. We will unlock the stuff in time, but we also just need courts is the other way of looking at it. There's so many good skills there, and just like the defensive side being all like the resists, that's pretty nice to me. Anyway, let's get talking around town. Wuhan. I got all nervous again when I was asked to chase people away this morning. How the heck did those assassins sneak in here without me knowing? I'm always going to be thankful to Hayway for looking out for this old place. But I won't lie, it felt like my heart stopped for a second when I caught a glimpse of Master Gien, pretending to be a servant. Oh, so that's why you were... Yes, okay, never mind. It all makes sense now why you were so nervous.
See you again.
I don't know if I came to that realization before or not, but... yes, that would make you nervous. How would you act around that? My husband may seem a bit aloof at times, but he's the type who always gets the job done. That's part of why Guiha Fanyan is still flourishing. I'm still in shock over the horrible incident from last night. Stay safe, you all. It's a dangerous world out there. Oh, you say the same thing again. No one will take my Anton away from me, not even Sharon? I don't understand what you mean. We haven't seen any Anton anywhere. Plus, it's good that Anton wasn't running around last night because he'd probably end up dead. He's not a lucky fellow, depending on your perspective. You didn't want him out and about when the mist was rolling in, do you? Man, this is awful. I can't believe locals were murdered in cold blood. Even Elaine couldn't stop it from happening. I've got to get my act together. I'm worried about Aaron, but right now I have to focus on the investigation. The pups are still on the loose, and we're going to be the ones who catch them. The braces are out. They cleaned things up. There's not like a... I don't know. It'd be nice if there was a cordoned off area with bloodstain. Maybe that's a bit grim, but... just showing a bit of the ramification and people, like, in shock around it. Hayway already collected the bodies, but there should still be other clues that will lead us to the perps. You can leave this one to us, Spriggan. We'll take it from here, so you guys can head back to your inn. And there's a good reason why we don't see that, because Hayway has covered things up as much as possible, as fast as possible. Makes a lot of sense. I might have gone just a teensy bit carried away yesterday, so sorry. You went on and on about the Eastern Theatre this and the Eastern Theatre that while we were out drinking. I'm getting a hangover just thinking about it. I know I said we should enjoy ourselves to the fullest, but everyone's on edge after last night's incident. Let's not get carried away again. Fine. Guess I can show a little restraint. I'll just stick to rummaging through the theater's gift shop. I think she's developing an obsession with that place. I suppose now may not be the best time to sightsee. Don't think we should wander around aimlessly either. It's too scary around here. I'd love to watch another performance and cheer my heart out, but I'll just stick to shopping their wares. I'm becoming mildly concerned about her. They both are at the same time. Question for me is Newtown open for sweep right now? I'm still in shock over what happened to Aaron's friends. Those boys used to come by this place all the time. I considered cancelling our performances for today, but I don't believe they would want that. They loved our theatre more than anyone. We will do our utmost to put on the greatest shows this theatre's ever seen. That is the best way we can honor their memory.
Alrighty.
I wish I didn't sound so dismissive after you said that. The performers are all thinking of ways to raise people's spirits after last night. They really have an amazing strength of spirit. That might be why they're always able to put on such spectacular performances. Maybe it's insensitive for me to think about the fan club idea now, but I really want to spread those positive vibes to the people that need them. The performances are working extra hard to cheer up the locals, and Amalia's been thinking about starting up her fan club so she can share some positivity. They're also amazing. Unlike me, I'm just so worried about Aaron, I can't think of anything else. Is there a way to turn off them doing weird stuff?
What'll you have today?
I'm not usually one to complain about my immersion and all that all the time, but it just feels like everyone that I'm with is being dicks to people after we talk to them every time. I just can't believe those kids are gone now. They used to come here quite a lot. I hope Aaron's okay. He loved them all like family. We're all down, but we're not out. I'm going to perform my heart out because that's what those guys would have wanted me to do. I'm not sure if Aaron's ever going to perform again after what happened last night, so I'm going to sword dance in his stead. This is where us pros have to show our stuff. It gives the game its charm, does it? Arkride Solutions. Talk to you, dismiss you. All in about 2 breaths. Alright, so Newtown is indeed visitable to begin with. And one of the sweet bits is actually down here too. So if that is our final location, I guess I'll go to there last. Knowing that there is also another part to this sweep is pretty good for us because that allows us to plan things out. Things got a little strange last night with the mist. Is this one of the mystical wonders to the east? Is it a common occurrence here? Regardless, it was quite the sight. I would have taken some pictures, but my camera suddenly broke on me. It's too bad, really. Oh well, I've got a treasure trove of stories to tell when I get home, and that's good enough for me. Wait, did the mist have some kind of orbal tech jamming?
My noodles are the best in town.
Master and I are in a funk because of what happened last night. Today he messed up the noodle prep for the first time in 10 years. We've got to get it together. People's spirits are at an all-time low, so we need to do our best to lift them. Easterners are like chewy noodles, flexible and strong, but also easy to cut. Yes, what? We're going to put smiles back on people's faces with our noodles. We'll get through this together. Are you talking about the people who were easier to cut last night?
There you go. Thanks.
Seems a bit less than appropriate.
Hey, friend.
Thanks to that Imperial moron from yesterday, I made a killing for the first time in ages. I'm not really feeling the luck today, though. Everyone's kind of on edge after last night. I considered using that to my advantage. When I heard there were casualties, I thought I'd better not. I guess I'll just cooperate with Hayway for the time being.
You've come to the right. Yeah, thanks as always.
So dangerous these days.
It is dangerous, yes. When the scary mist came out, I got goosebumps. I also felt like someone was watching me. Even Pow was looking scared. What's going on? What happened yesterday? There was all that mist, and apparently there was an incident outside. I'm glad we were in the house. But I'm concerned about Lin. She was in a daze last night, saying she could feel something was wrong. And she said this before the mist appeared. I need to sit down with her and try to figure out what's going on. She's force sensitive. Something, I don't know.
Alright.
Doesn't look like there's any good info here. No requests on the bulletin board, so no side quests for us to do at this point in time.
What is that?
Why, I recommend everything here.
It's hard to believe that some of our own were murdered on this very street. I even knew the boys who were killed. Everyone's shaken, including myself. I just try to focus on my work. All I can do to help is make food that will hopefully cheer people up.
Take your time looking.
See, now the voice line works because you've just had people you know murdered, and you're not really feeling up for the jazz of it all. So take your time looking. Now it makes sense.
You seeing you?
I can't believe it. Huang and the other guys are gone? It can't be. They were so strong. This just doesn't feel real. Well, that's all the more reason why I have to train. Someone has to protect this town, and Xin. I won't stop pushing myself until I'm on the same level as Aaron. The jazz of the job. I'm too scared to go out, but not having a grasp of the situation is frightening in its own right. The strange mist left me completely unsettled. Grandpa never told me about this. At times like these, I normally lock myself in my room and read a book to calm my nerves, but I think I'll seek some wisdom from someone older. I thought I was the smartest person in the room, but the fact that I didn't listen to the words of others shows that I was the ignorant one.
Look as long as you'd like. Thank you.
I just got to check your stock again to see if there's anything actually I want to buy. Last night was rough. Always hard to hear about young ones passing on so soon. Not sure what was going on with the mist. I asked the older folks about it, but they were silent as the grave. It's like they know something. Wouldn't surprise me if this is all connected to a past incident. I'll do some digging.
Alrighty. Hello there.
We're still going to look for goodies from every shop we can go across.
Come again.
At least I've got some cash, like 18k now.
Oh, frightening.
If I don't have to buy anything anytime soon, I'll be quite lucky. Please for doing questions, Eng. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd live to see this all happen again. You okay, pal? It's pretty rare to see you freak out like this. I'm alright. I was just caught up thinking about the past, that's all. I've seen that mist a long time ago, during a very dark chapter in my life. That why you and the older people around here are all out of it? Did something happen back then? Well, you see, it's not my place to tell you, I'm afraid. Please forgive me. The hell? Why is she being so tight-lipped about this? Now that I think about it, though, he's very much alike. No, I must be wrong. I'm letting my anxieties get the best of me. Ah. Aaron? Sorry, I think reminiscing about that time in my life is giving rise to some irrational thoughts. I can't believe I doubted that child for even a moment. It's utterly shameful. I must go to the temple and meditate. Perhaps that will ease my troubled heart. What's going on there, then?
Good stuff right here.
The oldies. The oldies are hiding something from the later generations, as usual. I feel bad about what happened last night, but now's not the time to close up shop. Dr. Long Kai placed a rush order for medicine, so I have to get that done as soon as I can. Either a lot of folks were injured in yesterday's incident, or like me, still thinking about the past. Oh, I must be overthinking things. Regardless, I'll be keeping an extra eye out for trouble.
Take as long as you need. I'll be waiting for you.
Yes, I nearly missed the guard outside the house. It pains my heart to hear about what happened to Aaron's friends. I can't provide any specifics, but according to Heiwei's investigation, they suffered unnatural deaths. We're currently strengthening our security in light of this event. Okay, not just being battered with a spiky baseball bat? After last night, Heiwei decided to strengthen his security. I will do everything I can to protect the Liu family. I've heard Aaron is looking to get revenge. I understand how he's feeling, but I fear he will act recklessly should he walk this path. Strengthened security, still Hai Feng out front, only Hai Feng out front? Does that mean that Hai Feng is ridiculously strong? Everyone else is out, like, inside or something?
The breeze here feels so nice.
Or that Hai Feng is just to shout and get murdered. One of the two. I remember that mist all too well, and it's reared its ugly head into our lives once more. When it appeared back then, many of us lost so many things we held dear. Will history repeat itself? Has it come to take even more from us? When will it ever be satisfied? Plans to jumpstart the tour business again were halted. We've got a mountain of issues to deal with because of last night. Heiwei put me in charge of tour safety, so how we proceed with the rental business is up to me. Oh, we're not allowed out anymore. Right, in terms of who we visit now, the only house that we haven't, without a red marker in it, is up here.
Oh, Heavenly Mother.
The church? Why did I get caught up in such a horrible tragedy? I'm not even worried about my business right now. I just want to get home safely. Oh Goddess, oh Heavenly Mother, please save me!
Help?
I just can't believe it. My former students are dead. And Aaron's run off to get revenge. I'm barely keeping it together. This is just too cruel. Oh, Heavenly Mother, please watch over Aaron as well as my remaining students. What happened to Sei, Huang, and the other victims fills me with great sorrow. I truly hope their souls can rest in peace. Why are Sei and Huang more important than the others? God! We will perform our duty and send them to the heavens above. That is the best way we can honor their courage and their memories. In accordance with the wishes of the surviving families, we've arranged to collect their bodies once Heiawei has finished performing the autopsies. I will make arrangements for the funeral while caring for the citizens' mental states. Interesting way to pronounce it, autopsies. Autopsy. It's got to run a bit more. Autopsy. Autopsies. And let's go to the doctor's office first. Hopefully Caroline got out. I'm so glad you're all okay. I still can't believe what happened last night. If you're looking for Dr. Long Kai, he's in the examination room. He's looking after the sole survivor of the attack. Had we gotten there a moment later, that guy probably wouldn't have made it. What's going to happen to Langport now? Well, no matter what happens, I plan to stay by Dr. Long Kai's side and walk the path of medicine with him.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
I never do. You here to visit him too, Arkride? Wait, that's one of Aaron's friends. Did he survive the attack? Yes, the fact that he's still breathing is nothing short of a miracle. So he's going to make it. His condition looks stable, at least. You gonna wake up anytime soon? I don't know. The boy has yet to regain consciousness. He just barely managed to hang on. There's a limit to what I can do here. I plan on having him moved to a hospital immediately. Heiawei is handling things on that end, thankfully. I'm relieved that someone survived, but it's doubtful that we'll be able to ask him about what happened. Yeah, it's too bad. We might have gotten some good info from him. It looks like he lost consciousness from a blow to the back of the head. It's possible he didn't even see the attacker's face. Wow, so lucky to be the first one bonked? The killers probably didn't realize he was just unconscious. Might be the only reason he's still alive. Hope he doesn't have survivor's guilt after this. Probably will. That's a weird fluke. I can only treat the physical wounds. Whether his mental scars will heal is entirely up to him. By the way, has Aaron come by to visit? He came at sunrise, but he left shortly after. Do you have any idea where he went? Not in the slightest. He didn't say a word the entire time, which is very unlike him. He must be tormenting himself. Yeah. Try and help him if you can. He needs to be surrounded by friends now more than ever. Right. We'll make sure he's okay. Sid lived. I promised to keep him alive until we can get him to the hospital. Heiawei has already contacted them. In return, I only ask that you keep Aaron company. I'll keep him alive until we can move him to a proper hospital. I only wish I could do more for Aaron. Please look after him if you can. I won't be able to leave here for some time, but if you need a doctor, I'm your man. I mean, it looks like less like critical care is going on, though. It looks like someone who's just knocked out. The whole keep him alive statement sounds more dramatic than the reality we see before us. But we'll take their word for it. How can I be drinking after last night? I was going to challenge Aaron's friends to some gambling. I hate this kind of stuff. I hope those mafia goons rot in hell. I wish there was more I could do to help. Maybe I could lend Poisson a hand. As far as dealing with those rat bastards, I'll just have to pin my hopes on Jack and that redhead kid. Can't rely on Heiawei, it seems. This would be a lot easier if they'd step in. You really want it to go that far? Some regulars of mine were among last night's victims. I feel so helpless behind the counter. I'm not like you or Jack. All I can do is watch this place. I got a nasty feeling about all of this. If you guys are planning to dig around, be careful.
No need to be shy now.
I just gotta check.
See you again.
There's Jack and Hal. Or it's just Jack. Where's Hal? Hey Jack, you look better than you usually do this time of morning. I'll take that as a compliment. Just figured that now's not the best time to be hungover. How are you guys holding up? We're doing okay, given the circumstances. What about you? I won't lie, I'm pretty shaken up. Some of the victims were regulars of ours. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be fine. If you say so. Is there anything you can tell us about the victims? A little, though probably nothing you don't already know. The thing they all had in common was that they were friends of Aaron's. And now he's out for blood. Either he wants to get revenge for them, or he wants to make a declaration of war on A. I'm worried about him flying off the handle and doing something he'd regret. You guys have any idea where he is? Has he dropped by? Well, we haven't been able to locate him, no. Could be that he's at the clinic. They're treating the sole survivor of the attack as we speak. Might be worth checking that place out. Nah, we already went. They said we just missed him. I don't have any other info for you. Wish I could have been more help. Nah, it's cool. If you learn anything new, hit me up. You got it. I understand how he feels. I'm fuming too. Jack's handling it a little better, but yeah, it's a tough day for everyone. Don't worry about us though. But now you need to focus on finding Aaron and tracking those murderers down. I'm sorry we don't have much information to offer. We'll try to gather some while you're doing your thing. You're not the only ones who are worried about Aaron. I'll touch base with my sources and see if I can get any inside info. Might also get some leads on Hayaway and A, which is a whole other minefield. If those two go to war, the safe haven won't be safe anymore. Yep. I'd imagine this whole quarter would be going up in flames. After all, depends if A wants to take the turf or not. This is Hayaway's home base. Why not just destroy it? Just a giant bomb in the Meseldam Trading Company if I'm following those lines of inquiry. Right, we're in Newtown. Let's get sweeping. Oh, we'll check the board first.
What have we got?
Nope, no quests.
All right.
No quests at all.
However,
Let's check out this vending machine. Same as the other one, isn't it? Are they doing? Oh, they're doing martial arts. She's not asleep. When my son and I were heading home last night, we saw the fog in the eastern quarter. I panicked and tried to rush home, but in the middle of our run, I lost my balance and nearly fell. Thankfully, my son was there to break my fall. When did he become so dependable? Yeah, but when you say it like that, it makes it sound like you just fell on your son and crushed him. He's growing up so fast. I should make more of an effort to play with him. We need to enjoy the time we have together. On the way home last night, Mummy tripped. I was scared, so I held her hand really tight and stopped her from falling. I've got to look out for Mummy. I don't want her to get hurt. Are you okay, little one?
Well, where'd you there? Have some fun.
Everyone's fraught with worry over last night's events, so I'm hoping my pasta can cheer people up a little. When I'm down, a bowl of noodles always perks me right up. Pasta, buckwheat, and Easter noodles will all do the trick. I just want pasta to make a difference in the city, and maybe it can do so by bringing smiles back to people's faces.
Hey there.
I just
What'll
ate
it be?
pasta myself. But I did it heathen way.
See ya.
I had pasta with chili. Heathen! Okay, Mr. Detective over here is doing a little bit of information exchange. Anyway, got the jump on us with the on-site inspection, but we at least managed to catch a glimpse of the weapon's traces. You think the Almata executives are still here? Yeah, I can't say for certain, but we should be ready for anything. I checked the roads and the railroad, but there were no signs that they left the city. My hunch tells me their hideout isn't far away. Understood. I'd need to do some more digging to find out where it is, but I'm sure Elaine will have it pinpointed before me. Thanks for that info, by the way. I'm sure she's putting it to good use. Don't mention it. All I did was pass along what I heard. Nothing more. The police and the Bracers agreed to work together on this case. I'm glad I get to work alongside Hornet again. It's just like old times. I was just exchanging info with Detective Dart. We were partners back when I was a cop. Most of the top brass is terror-stricken by Hayaway, but there's still some people left on the force who've got some backbone. In my opinion, the cops and the Bracers need to work hand in glove. That's the way forward for us. So which one of you used the hand and which one of you used the glove then? Have you worked that out? Punching away. Don't punch me, Moban. While I was heading to my sauna last night, the street erupted into chaos. My body moved on its own and I managed to save some people. When things hit the fan, having martial arts training can come in handy. That's why it's so important to train your mind and body constantly, even in retirement. I don't disagree.
Looking for something to drink?
I'm down in the dumps after what happened yesterday. Maybe I should take the day off. I'm sure one of the other part-timers could take over my shift. But the pasta guy's still going strong. Never mind, I feel guilty if I threw in the towel.
What'll you have today?
You should make pasta-filled buns.
Thanks for coming.
That sounds terribly bland, but... synergy.
Welcome.
I heard people from the Eastern Quarter were murdered last night. Guano's heart is aching over this. He said we're going to stay open so that we can cheer everyone up with our food. I need to learn from his example and get my act together. If I want to open my own place in the future, I'll need his mental fortitude.
What can I do for you?
It's delicious.
See you again.
So Hansen, Umbop, did you think you could leave trade between Alamport and Bose to our company? I believe we can. The powers that be will find it favorable, I'm sure. Many dealers in Liberl prefer not to do business with the Kowloon Group's subsidiary companies. So I believe your proposal makes perfect sense. It has the potential to boost everyone's profits. Excellent. Glad we're on the same page. We too are thinking about lessening our reliance on Kowloon. This will surely help us improve our standings in Liberl. Agreed. I have hoped that the first fruits of our new partnership will yield a high return for everyone involved. Many businesses in Liberl wish to conduct more international trade. That said, some of them are expressly against trading with Lamport due to its ties to Heiwei. Though I believe we are on the right track now. Heiwei hasn't crushed Kowloon's operations, but it certainly has a stranglehold over them. That's why we can't continue to rely on them. We have to find our own path forward. So we're choosing to build roads to future success by partnering with international enterprises. I heard all about the incident in the Eastern Quarter. It truly pains my heart. I've been trapped in a whirlwind of trouble since coming here, but it hardly compares to the tragedy that befell those kids. I don't know if I'll find myself face to face with danger too. But I'm not going to flee. I will stay right where I am. If I shrink in fear, I'll be letting down every one of the braces here, and that just won't fly. It's all about the braces, is it? Speaking of, only the receptionist is in the Bracer Guild. There were civilian casualties. It's hard not to feel like we failed them. The Bracers are all doing everything they can to bring the situation to an end. But at this point, we may need to call the main office and request some backup. I'm going to pour through all the info we have on Armata one last time. That strange mist mentioned in last night's report is concerning. It's possible that it's somehow connected to the strange phenomena that transpired in Cray Village. We need to band together and figure out what Almata's up to. Connecting it to Cray? You know something I don't? That was zombies. You saying there's more zombies? Last night was rough. I heard there were casualties. Oh, ghouls, sorry. When something like this happens, I'm always worried I'll be caught up in Heiwei's business. They're so scary. But I'm more terrified of the thugs that are out and about. Maybe Heiwei's a necessary evil after all. Which I guess is a very Japanese outlook.
Did you see? There's a new movie!
I heard there was an incident last night in the Eastern Quarter. People have been talking all about that weird fog. I hope my friends over there are okay. We could see the fog that covered the Eastern Quarter from here. It was, unsettling. Evidently, there were murders that happened within the fog. Can't blame people for being cagey this morning. I wouldn't be in the mood to go to the theaters either. Alright, not much left, and we've completed the sweep already. Everyone's talking about some weird mist or whatever, but I'm too busy having an existential crisis to care. It's like I'm stuck in a never-ending time loop of work and buying ready-made food. What? Murders happened. Just over there.
Welcome.
I caught a glimpse of the chaos unfolding in the Eastern Quarter while I was heading home from work. I was so distracted that I ended up making a mistake with the seasoning for dinner. Everyone here just cares about dinner. My husband and son coughed so hard they started tearing up. I haven't seen that in years.
Ah, welcome. I hope to see you again.
Please step on up.
Apparently people were murdered in the Eastern Quarter. All of the customers today have come in with their heads hung low. I've got to work even harder so I can put smiles back on their faces.
What'll you have today?
We've got it all.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department
We bought that just in case, didn't we?
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods.
Last night sounded like it was pretty awful. What was with that mist anyway? We never usually get that at this time of year. And then we had those murders at the same time. Can that really be a coincidence? I've been receiving multiple orders for self-defense weapons after last night. To be honest though, I don't know if they will be useful against the Mafia. Oh, and for the record, those scoundrels definitely weren't using my products.
Hello there.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department
Sounds
store.
like something you'd say to cover your
We
ass.
hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods
Come again.
Longport has
Face
to
it.
offer.
You'll never believe what happened.
Murders? Murders happen, lady.
This is the Great Spire.
How utterly fabulous. What the... There was an incident in the Eastern Quarter last night. People here have been at a loss. I'll have to be sensitive to that while doing my job. Due to the chaos in the Eastern Quarter, the Kowloon Financial Bank has entered into multiple emergency meetings. Maintaining economic stability in Longport is one of our directives. We need to respond promptly to prevent the economy from going into freefall.
Well,
People here don't have their priorities in check with what they're saying. But I guess Newtown isn't the Eastern Core and all. Is it true that there was an incident last night in the Eastern Quarter? I've never seen fog that dense before, so I snapped a few photos. Was that insensitive? The sight of the fog mixed in with the moon made for some captivating shots, but there was something creepy about it all too. Ooh, interesting. During my meeting with Mr. Hongfa, I learned yesterday's financing issue was postponed, but they're at least taking our plan into consideration. Speaking of Mr. Hongfa, when I first got in touch with him, he thought I was Eastern. People make that mistake all the time thanks to my name, Kim. But I don't have a drop of Eastern blood in me. Yeah. Indeed. I take back everything I said about Darren yesterday. He noticed I was really scared last night, so he grabbed my hand and led me back to the hotel. Then he comforted me and told me he'd protect me at all costs. Something happened in the Eastern Quarter yesterday. Honestly, I was pretty terrified. I could see the fog all the way from here. Then I looked over at Katyusha and saw she was petrified. That's when I knew I needed to man up. It's been a long time since I last comforted her like that.
Well...
Alright then, our last event of the sweep. Talking to Ashen. Kowloon Group has been holding emergency meetings in light of last night's events. We don't want to inconvenience any of our guests, so we're trying to handle the situation.